Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Three-Wheeled Motor Vlogger. Today we're going to Devil's Elbow. Some of you may have heard of it, maybe you haven't heard of it. It's on the old 66, what used to be called the Mother Road, and it has a very significant history. So I thought what we'd do is take a trip. I've got Viola on the back here, so we're doing two up today. Thought we'd take a ride down to Devil's Elbow and see what's going on down there. We're on Old 66, and you're going to notice some interesting things about Old 66 here that we'll point out along the way. So what do you say? Let's go riding. Some big old potholes there.
Yeah.
So one of the things you'll notice here on Old 66 is the lips on each side, and I'm assuming that was for drainage. I guess, I don't know. What do you think, Viola?
I don't know, but I really think this is the original Route 66 here. It's just a few patches.
Yeah. Spring has just started here. Some of the trees you'll see is budded out, but still got a few weeks till everything really starts greening up. Some of the trees you can see just beginning to bud. Some of the green you can start seeing coming through. But it's a beautiful day to ride. A few clouds in the sky, but otherwise just a gorgeous day. Probably getting up around 65, 70 degrees right now. So enjoy the ride. We'll get into Devil's Elbow here in just a little bit.
I did just hear on the weather that there's a chance of rain this afternoon.
Okay.
Not my favorite thing.
Yeah, we'll try to get back in before that rain comes. But think what it took to blast through all these rocks.
Yeah, because when they did this, they didn't have the equipment that they had even when they put 44 through.
Yeah.
And 44 was, they did a lot of blasting. It was interesting there.
Right. Yeah, and you can probably tell by our voices that this road's pretty rough, pretty shaky. But some pretty scenery along through here if you've never been down this way. What we did is we took Interstate 44 down to I think it was Jerome, or just past Jerome.
Yeah.
And then got off here, and this leads right into Devil's Elbow.
This is one of the spots along Route 66 that you have to get on the interstate because you had to cross a river.
Right.
And they didn't maintain the river crossings except for this one. They weren't crossing right now.
Yep. The Piney River is what we just crossed there. Boy, this is rough. So just sit back, we'll play some music and enjoy the ride on Old 66.
It looks like Spanish moss, but
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
we don't have Spanish moss here in Missouri. I guess it's some kind of vine that's just growing up there.
Yeah.
This looks dead in a few months or a few weeks. It'll come alive again.
Now you can see up ahead where this kind of meets I-44. The old highway just kind of weaves in and out of the old the interstate.
We're not on the original road now. This has been repaved.
Yeah. And you'll see here we are coming into St. Robert. Getting down around Fort Leonard Wood area.
Traveling around the world, my people tell me where to go. Not afraid to step outside and see the world for what it is. Spending all my time with people that I barely know.
I'm guessing we go straight here.
I would guess. Isn't what's her face talking to you?
Nope.
Filling station.
Yeah, I'm working with a GPS here. And, for those of you who know me that really doesn't help sometimes. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. Not with me anyway.
Sometimes I feel alone and know it's me and my guitar, looking up at golden stars, singing where we supposed to go now. Only little lady, tell me what you mean to me, and I'll build a house in Byron Bay, and that's exactly where you'll be. Coming home,
Oh, here's the Uranus fudge.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that that's really good fudge.
but you should know, ain't no place I'd rather be instead. No.
Have you ever been on this road?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah. I know if I have, it's been so long ago. There's a convertible.
No comment.
Yeah. For those of you who may not know, Lyle and I have this ongoing discussion about motorcycles versus a convertible. She would rather go on a convertible, and I'd rather travel on a bike. So,
And you can see who wins.
yeah, well, you know. Maybe one of these days we'll get that done.
The next gas station was Western.
Okay. So there's a gas station up here. We're going to pull off for just a minute and get off the bike we've been on. A little bit of a time here, so we'll get off, stretch a little bit, and get back on and continue our journey. Oop. I don't know if that looks like it's got a...
Yes.
Okay.
thing about a bike is you can get it into a smaller spot.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back with you in just a little while.
You pull up just a
Okay,
little bit.
so we've arrived in Devil's Elbow, we think. Remember what I told you about me and the GPS? Well, that's what happened. Okay, so we'll continue on here, see what we find. Hopefully we'll find it.
We did stop
Yeah,
and
we
get
did.
some lunch though. Okay, this sign says Devil's Elbow, Pulaski County, Missouri, established in 1870 and named after a bad inn in the Big Piney River.
All right. We'll see what we come up with here.
The planning was done here by the Pulaski County Garden Club. I didn't know there was any garden clubs
Yeah.
around anymore.
Beautiful view off to our right here.
Here's one of those houses on the right. that's
Oh,
all made
yeah.
out of stone. I love those things. See that little freckle button?
Okay, and this, I think,
Well,
is
it's
the
not Grandpa.
infamous bridge, Devil's Elbow Bridge here that crosses the Little Piney, I believe.
See that old fire truck?
So, not as much there as I thought. Unless we've missed a whole bunch of something. But there's supposed to be a like a bar and grill down here somewhere.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were looking for that.
Yeah, that's why I originally put into my GPS. So I'm gonna pull off up here and we'll call it a day. Thanks for riding with us.